Again the pile is turned third time and the required quantity of gypsum is added and mixed well. Day 16, 19, 22, 25. Turnings are given and on 25th day the required quantity of insecticide is added. During last turning and spraying of malathion or disease and 0.01% can be done for killing insects and pests. Day 28. This is the last day and also called spawning day. The pile is broken and smell of ammonia is checked. If no ammonia smell is there and instead a sweet smell is felt, the compost is ready for spawning. If ammonia smell persists, then give additional turning. Before spawning, compost is cooled down to ambient temperature by spreading it on the floor. A good compost is dark brown in color, non-greasy or sticky, and have distinct sweet inoffensive smell free from ammonia. Have 66 to 68% moisture and 7.2 to 7.8 pH. There is no visible growth of other undesirable organisms except for the fire fangs and is free from insects and nematodes. This directorate has developed the chemical pasteurization technique for long method compost for the control of yellow mold and also to improve the yields. In this technique, we take 1.5 liters of formalin and 50 gram of bevestin. Dissolve these chemicals in 40 liters of water for 1 ton compost. Spray this solution thoroughly in the entire compost mass. Now make a heap out of this compost and cover it by a polythene sheet for 2 days. Remove the cover after 2 days and vigorously shake the compost and later spawn this compost. Short method of composting is generally employed by the growers who have round-the-year cultivation facilities. This method consists of 2 phases. Phase 1 is outdoor composting for 10 to 12 days. Phase 2 is pasteurization and conditioning of the compost inside the tunnel, which lasts for around 7 days. The formulation required for this method are wheat straw 1000 kg, chicken manure 400 kg, wheat bran 70 kg, urea 14.5 kg, gypsum 30 kg. Phase 1 outdoor composting stage. At this stage, first wheat straw is wetted thoroughly and then chicken manure is mixed along with addition of wheat bran and kept as such for 2 days. After that, stack is broken and water is added to the dry portions and again a stack is made. 0 day. On this day, the stack is again broken and the entire quantity of urea is added and a high aerobic pile is made. The compost is again turned after every 2 days and gypsum is added a third turning. In all 3 to 4 turnings are given. Temperature of the pile may range between 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. On 8th till 10th day, the compost is ready for pasteurization in bulk chamber. This makes the end of phase 1. Phase 2 of composting is performed in pasteurization tunnel. Fill the tunnel with compost up to the height of 2 to 2.3 meter, manually or by filling line or bobcat. Install thermometers. Probe one each in plenum, compost and in the air above the compost. Close all the doors and ventilators and switch on the blower fan. Bring uniform temperature in the tunnel between 45 to 48 degrees Celsius. Now slightly open the fresh air damper and maintain the temperature in the range of 48 to 52 Celsius in compost for 48 hours for pre-pasteurization conditioning. Now raise the compost temperature to 59 to 60 Celsius by manipulating the opening of the damper or by injecting steam through a boiler. Keep compost at this temperature for 4 to 6 hours. Again, bring down the compost temperature between 48 to 52 Celsius range. Keep it for 3 to 4 days or till the period when there is no ammonia smell in the compost. You can also check the ammonia by using dragger and ammonia tubes. If no ammonia persists, bring down the compost temperature to 25 to 30 Celsius. Now the compost is ready for spawning. Indoor composting. This is a recent method of compost production. In this method, compost is prepared in 12 days' time without any environment pollution. In this method, phase 1 is performed in specially made bunkers, which are also known as phase 1 tunnels. These bunkers are provided with ventilation arrangements. In this method, all the ingredients as mentioned for short method are thoroughly mixed and properly wetted and kept as such in a heap in the composting yard for 2 to 3 days. These ingredients are transferred to the bunkers and blower fan is switched on for 3 minutes on and 2 minutes off with the help of a timer. Temperature of the pile may go up to 80 degrees Celsius. Compost is kept in the bunker for 3 days. After that, this mass is taken out, properly mixed and transferred to another bunker, where again this is kept for 3 days and similar procedure followed. Thereafter, this compost is transferred to phase 2 tunnel and procedure as mentioned for short method is followed. Next step in the cultivation cycle of button mushroom is to spawn the ready compost prepared by either of the shown methods. Select a suitable area for spawning, preferably cemented platform or room. Spray the area with 2% formaldehyde 24 hours before spawning operation. Thoroughly mix spawn in the compost in the ratio of 500 to 750 gram of spawn in per 100 kg of compost under clean conditions. Fill 10 kg spawned compost in each of polythene bag of size 22 by 24 inches up to the height of 30 cm. The compost can also be spread in shelf beds approximately 5 to 6 inches deep in a thatched mushroom house. Loosely close the mouth of polythene bag filled with spawned compost and cover with a clean newspaper or plastic sheet it filled in beds or shelves. Shift the compost filled bags in cropping rooms having air temperature of 23 plus minus 1 degree Celsius. Keep bags under these conditions for 12 to 14 days. Compost, if kept in the thatched growing rooms in beds and covered with newspapers, will require gentle water spray once in a day to avoid drying of the compost. There is no need of water spray if compost is covered with poly sheet. Under these conditions, spawn run will complete in 12 to 15 days and compost will turn to white in color. Casing and case run is an important step in the cultivation cycle of button mushroom. Without casing, mushroom will not appear. Casing is applying a layer of soil around 4.5 cm thick on the top surface of the spawn run compost. A mixture of 2 to 3 years old farmyard manure with garden soil in the ratio of 1:1 is prepared. If coir pith is available in your area, then it can also be used in combination of FYM and garden soil in the ratio of 1:1:1. Formalin is the best material to treat the casing soil for the farmers who do not have control facilities. It kills all kinds of diseases and molds. For casing treatment, following steps are involved. Make a heap of casing material on a cemented platform and wet it thoroughly. Drench the wet casing with formalin at 2 liters dissolved in 40 liters of water or M3 by mixing with shovel. Cover it with polythene sheet and seal the outer periphery thereafter by pouring sand or soil on outside margin. Keep the material for 5 to 6 days in sun for fumigation effect. Remove the cover and expose the material to open air by turning the material for use. Growers who have controlled conditions may treat their casing soil with steam in a casing soil chamber built for the purpose. Casing is pasteurized at 65 Celsius for 6 to 8 hours by live steam in this chamber. After its cooling to 25 Celsius, it's ready for application. For casing application, unfold the fully spawned run bag and make the top surface even by its gentle pressing with hands. Apply 4.5 cm thick layer of casing uniformly on the surface. Spray water immediately after casing application and thereafter daily. Water is so sprayed that it does not travel to compost. Daily water spray the casing till the termination of crop. After casing, mycelium will travel in the casing soil. This process is known as case run, which is done at a